Everyone, so this is my first time ever recording one of my flight training videos. I'm currently training to get my private pilot's license. Just got permission from my flight instructor in the school to record my flights, so that's really exciting. I plan to do a lot of these, record every single one, upload them to YouTube. This is basically going to become an aviation channel, so I'm sorry if that's not your thing. Still going to be doing my regular content on the side as well, so don't worry, that's not going anywhere. I'm also just running through the checklists right now. I won't make a habit of including these in every video. I just wanted to include in this one because it's the first video that I'm making here. It's not my first time flying, however. I unfortunately didn't get that on video. Alright, sit back and enjoy the show. Brakes on, master on.
The engine was just running. Try 1 sharp prime.
Where was I? Start, there we go. Mixture lean, back to 1,000 RPM. So right there, flaps up in stages. 20, 10, and 0. Perfect. Radio on. And radio check. For unit comms, Zulu Juliet Foxtrot, requesting radio check and airport advisory.
Zulu Juliet Foxtrot, read you 5x5, 190, 13 gusting 18.
Roger, Zulu Juliet Foxtrot. Active runways 23. Yeah. I'm just gonna have control for a second.
Traffic,
Controls.
Golf Juliet on control, runway 23. Left turn out to the...
I want to get past this airplane, it's so close. Alright, see check, looks good while you're doing that. Yeah, perfect, now you have control. Alright, you test your brakes, there we go. Brakes are good, alright. We can start taxiing over. Taxi it that way, find a dry spot and do a run up. Alright, run up checklist, brakes are on, mixture rich, throttle 1700. Section is in the green. Check left and right.
Unicom, this is Bravo Golf Zulu requesting a radio check and airport advisory.
Drop.
Bravo Golf Zulu, read you 5x5, active runway
Here's the drop,
23,
let's see on both sides.
12 gusting 18.
Cool.
Bravo Golf Zulu, thank you.
Flaps down by 10. Ammeter looks good, no red light. Throttle is just refusing to stay at a setting. Yeah, I know. Right, there's the drum. You can just push it in with the button when that happens. Alright, we'll go to low oil. Oh. Repeat. It doesn't die on us. There we go. Back to 1,000 RPM if it wants to stay there. Alright, pre-takeoff, check flight instruments. Make sure that's good. Avionics set. 1, 2, just, okay, we're good on that. Primer is locked, master's on, magnetos both, carpet is off, mixture is rich, flap 0 to 10 degrees is already at 10, we'll leave it there, trim set for takeoff, fuel selector on, seatbelts on, doors and windows locked, is yours good over there? Yep, good on my side. Alright, controls for incorrect. Rods are good. And rudder's good. Transponder to altitude. We'll get enough time and you can start taxiing over to 23. And the hold short line's coming up so we can angle ourselves down the runway. I do not see anybody. I don't see anyone other, so you can make a radio call that we're lining up runway 23 for the west. Prime for traffic, Zulu Juliet Foxtrot's lining up 23 for departure to the west. As we start pointing towards the wind, yep, perfect. Get those ailerons in the wind. And the wind is pretty much right down the runway. So just a normal takeoff from here. Temperature up to 4,000 feet to the west.
And just bring that control column back a little bit. Yep. There you go. Watch that speed. Keep that speed around 70. Feet. We can bring the flaps up. A little bit bumpy down low, but it gets smooth up top. Alright.
Bradford Unicom, Delta Sierra Zulu for radio check and airport advisory.
Last aircraft calling Unicom, I got you 5x5, active runway 23, traffic in the area.
Roger for Delta Sierra Zulu, thank you. Bradford Unicom, Bravo Sierra, leave my radio check, COM 1.
5x5.
Bradford Unicom, Bravo Sierra, leave my radio check, COM 2.
I got you loud and clear.
Bravo Sierra, Lima, thank you.
Alright, what altitude we're going up to? We're going to go up to 4,000. Okay. Yeah, the biggest thing in this turbulence is just going to let the airplane ride out the bumps on its own. Try to avoid over-controlling. Right. Because if you try and correct every little bit of turbulence, you just end up sending the plane bouncing more than it was originally. Right. That's what I found at least. It start to smooth out momentarily. For now, what we'll do is a Hazel check, and you can run through that if you'd like, if you remember each one of those letters. Hazel, height is for the H. Okay. We're at 4,000 feet, sufficient for stalls. Area is our A, and we're in a rural area right here. You see too many houses off your side? Oh, there's a little town off to the left, but yeah, it's alright. We'll be past that momentarily. Yeah. S is for security or seatbelts, so we're buckled in here. For what we're doing today, stuff in the back's going to be alright. Okay. E is for our engine checks. That's just our downwind checklist, so you can run through that if you'd like.
Alright. Downwind, primary lock, master on, magnetos both, oil temperature and pressure in the green, mixture fully rich, fuel selector on, seatbelts on, and brake pressure check. Excellent.
Now we'll do some clearing turns for our lookout, so you can run through those if you'd like. Just kind of turn left and right, get one of these wings up so we can take a look out there.
I have the traffic downwind, I'll pull in behind him, and I'll be landing on 23 full stop.
How much are we turning for the...
Not too much, just enough so I can see out here, and then you can turn the other way and you can get a look out your side. Excellent. The ceiling's a lot higher than it looks, eh?
Yeah,
it
looks pretty low.
5,000. These are great days when the ceiling's just a high overcast layer. Alright, so I'll run through the first one for you. First one that we do is going to be a power off stall with a power on recovery. So I'm just going to put the airplane into a glide, essentially. I'm going to trim the airplane out for our best glide speed, which is, do you know?
I don't.
It might be on there, yeah.
That's max glide.
Yep, max glide.
Would be the best glide, okay, be 60.
60 knots.
Are you more than halfway down the runway? I lost
So we got the airplane trimmed out for 60 knots here. We're just in glide, essentially. Yeah, this right? Let's say, though, we're doing a forced approach, just an engine off, landing into a field. And we're trying to stretch this glide so that we can make that feel. It looks like we're getting low on the approach, so we might want to bring that nose up, thinking that we're stretching this glide out.
Bravo traffic, Delta Sierra Zulu.
And we're not paying attention to the airspeed too much. It starts to get a little bit low on us. We don't really, we're not really sure what's happening. There's that stall warning going off. We're starting to lose some altitude there. You notice how much back pressure I have, just to maintain really not much higher than like a normal climb attitude here. But I can keep bringing it back a little bit more.
Bravo traffic, Bravo Golf.
There we go. I've got full back pressure right now. The nose drops a little bit, right? So we're in a stall. Right. To recover, gently reduce that angle of attack.
Bravo traffic, Delta Sierra Zulu's on the roll off of 23 for departure.
Airspeed starts coming back up. The airplane's in a glide again.
Okay.
4,000 feet, and I'll just enter it the same way. Carb heat, power back to idle. And I'm just going to kind of hold an attitude slightly nose up. Like this. Airspeed starts settling. You notice I need more and more back pressure to maintain this attitude. Hand on the throttle for the recovery. There's the stall horn. We're getting pretty close there. Our ailerons are pretty ineffective at this point. Right. So I'm using the rudder to keep these wings level. We're getting pretty close to the stall. There's all the way back. Not a very dramatic nose drop, eh? No. But we are losing altitude, so we're in a stall. So, nose down gently, full power right away. Carb heat off. Allow that airspeed to come back up, and just fly straight level. And what you can do is when you're ready, bring the carb heat on, power back to idle slowly. And just hold the nose up a little bit above the horizon. Yeah, just keep bringing that nose up a bit. Bit more, bit more. Yeah, right about there. You can keep one hand on the power so you're ready for the recovery. But yeah, keep bringing that nose up. Actually, why don't we keep the trim just set to where it was. Okay. Just or otherwise the airplane's gonna go flying up in the air once we recover. Bring that nose up. Nose up. Keep bringing it back. Is there any more back pressure there?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Not easy.
There you go. There's a stall. So just, yep, full power. Nose down to about there.
Private traffic, Delta C, Delta
RP
C,
on.
level 3000 west of Burford.
There we go. Now just resume straight and level flight. That's perfect. Very well done. Yeah, you really, the nose will drop on its own. You don't have to, like, just kind of let it drop, but don't let it drop too much.
Yeah, if anything, I had to stop it from dropping.
Exactly, that's what I find too. We can set cruise power whenever you're ready. That was very well done. What we can do actually, sorry, we can climb up to 4,000 feet again. No, yeah, may as well just keep full power in. Alright, why don't you try another one of those power off stalls for power on recovery. Keep bringing that elevator back. Yep, there you go, there's a stall. There you go, only 200 feet that time. Nice. I'm going to set a power setting of about 1200 RPM. Also going to start a turn. Just a gentle 10-degree angle of bank turn. And we're in the white arc, so I'm going to go 10 degrees of flaps. This is simulating kind of a turn from base to final, low airspeed, a little bit of flap, low power setting. Now, we've got one wing up higher than the other, which means likely this wing will stall first. The airplane could see a wing drop that way. In the event, I'm going to correct that with left rudder. Other than that, same recovery. Full power, nose down.
Brantford traffic, Bravo Golf Zulu, turning.
Takes a little while.
23, touch and go, Brantford.
We're getting there, come on. There we go.
Bravo traffic, Delta Sierra Zulu, level over Norwich, continue southeast, southwest.
Just kidding.
I was like,
yeah, no.
below the minimum airspeed indicator.
Yeah, alright, we're gonna start a turn this way. I'm gonna try one of those again. Try a little bit more power, that might help us out. These days this airplane will stall. Are you kidding me? There we go. Alright, whatever. So I used a little bit of right rudder there to pick up the wing that dropped when it wasn't supposed to, and that was lots of fun, a mystery of aviation. Alright, so that's a unsuccessfully demonstrated approach stall. I'm gonna go up to 4,000 feet. I'll show you a departure stall, which should get pretty interesting. Alright, this is gonna be more of like a like a departure type stall. We're gonna have a bit of a higher power setting in here, still 10 degrees of flaps, and this is like a turn after departure. I just want to see a wing drop to prove my point here. There we go. See how it starts turning? Ooh, yeah. All the rudder. There we go. Airspeed's coming up. Full flaps up.
Well, if it says anything about my mobile network, I'm receiving a phone call up here somewhere.
That's awesome. Yeah, cell service is surprisingly good up in the air. You got all kinds of towers in sight to ping off. And you can start just a gentle turn to the left or right of your choice. And just bring that nose up. Now, in theory, the left wing should drop first, which means we'll need right rudder to correct. Just avoid the temptation to use aileron to pick up that wing as it further aggravates it. Bring that nose up a little bit more. There we go. There we go, that's a stall.
Not really much of a...
The wing didn't drop, but that's fine. Yeah. Just recover as normal.
Frankfurt traffic, Cherokee Alpha Papa Golf is 5 miles to the west, inbound for a full stop landing at Frankfurt, currently descending through 3,700 feet.
700 feet. Below us. But not
Yeah,
much.
a little below us, but not by a lot, yeah. You can make a position report, just say that you are nearly over the town of Burford, or just say you're 5 miles west, 4,000 feet.
For traffic, Zulu Juliet Foxtrot's 4 miles east through 4,000 feet.
I might have said east there. Yeah, we're actually 4 miles west. That's okay. We'll just take a look at it, make sure we don't see this guy anywhere. Bring that nose up above the horizon a little bit. And once the airspeed's in the white arc, you can go 10 degrees of flaps. The power setting doesn't need to be too exact. It'll start to come back on its own. You can just bring that nose up though. Nose up above the horizon, and you can start to turn to the right if you'd like. There we go. This should produce some fun. With a little bit of power, you'll need a little bit more nose up.
Frankfurt traffic, Alpha Papa Golf, left downwind runway 23, Frankfurt.
Holding that nose up. All the elevator you got. There you go. Keep going, keep going. There you go. And it dropped the other way.
That was interesting.
That was fun. There you go, just recover as normal. Full power, carb heat off. As the airspeed comes up, flaps up. Do you like stalls?
I mean, they're alright, I guess.
They're okay. Some people don't like them.
Not a big fan, but I
Not a
don't
big
hate
fan?
them.
Okay.
I don't hate them.
Alright. You're still gonna go flying with me later?
Oh yeah.
Alright. What we'll do then is we'll practice one more power off stall with a power on recovery. There's no flaps, no turn, no nothing, just a standard stall. We look pretty clear here. You can just, whenever you're ready, do a power off stall. Just carburetor heat, power to idle. Get the airplane to stall. No particular turn or flaps. Full power recovery. A good grip on it. It's a workout.
Yeah, it's pretty hard with one hand.
It is pretty hard, yeah. There you go, that's perfect. Just keep that airplane flying straight with the rudder. And maybe it won't stall today. Try bringing it back. Oh, yeah, you got it back all the way.
Back as far.
There we go.
There we go.
Nice.
I mean, the nice thing about this airplane, if you're flying it, is it does not like to stall very
Exactly,
easily.
right? That's the beauty of these trainers, is that they hardly stall at all. You can set cruise power now. We'll start a descent actually, back towards the airport. Just a power on descent, 2,000 RPM.
turning left 8 for 23, touch and go, Bradford.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. The airplane just doesn't want to stall whatsoever.
Prime for traffic, Zulu Juliet Foxtrot's 5 miles to the north, descending through 2,400.
Now, because we got that really strong wind going this way, our downwind is going to be pretty much non-existent. So, you can get your downwind checks done sooner than later. I'll just read them off for you if you'd like. Yeah, primer lock, magnetos, oil temperature and pressure,
In the green.
carb heat.
Deck.
Yep, just bring it out and put it back in.
Traffic, traffic. Bravo Golf
Check our
Zulu is
altitude.
joining the left downwind 423.
I heard that, see, mid-left downwind. From traffic, Zulu Juliet Foxtrot's over the field, 1,800 feet to join the mid-left downwind, runway 23. I got him. With that traffic on the mid-left downwind in sight. Oh, yeah, I see him. So we'll follow in behind him. Keep going with our downwind checklist mixture. Is rich. Fuel selector. On. Seatbelts. On. And brake pressure. Check. There you go. Turn mid-left down behind this guy. No. And you can make that call as well.
Man for traffic, Zulu.
Golf Zulu is turning left base for 23.
Good catch.
Man for traffic, Zulu Juliet Foxtrot's join the mid-left downwind for runway 23.
I just heard him, like, just as he started talking. No. That was a good catch.
Brantford traffic, Bravo Golf Zulu turning final 423, touch and go Brantford.
Once that guy passes us on final, we'll turn our base. Great.
Man for traffic, Zulu Juliet Foxtrot's turning left base for runway 23.
And you'll have to get yourself angled in towards the runway quite a bit. Or else this wind will push us out. Good job handling these winds so far.
It's not easy.
Yeah, the 152s are really definitely more subject to the winds than the 172s. A bit heavier and faster really helps out. We'll do a no flap landing today.
Okay.
That just helps us keep our speed up a little bit more, and it also helps out if we have a crosswind at all.
Man for traffic, Zulu Juliet Foxtrot's turning final for runway 23.
And because of these gusty winds, we can keep our approach speed up. You can plan for about 70 knots. Yes, actually 70, 75 maybe even, just to be a little on the safe side.
Okay, good, that's where I'm at right now.
Great. It's just, you know, we might have a headwind all of a sudden that gust stops. We no longer have said headwind.
Third 23.
These approaches are always fun. You don't breathe for most of the final leg. Doing great so far. Yeah, if your speed's good, just use that power to get you to the runway. Keep some power in. Jeez. Keep a bit of power in. Keep that power in still. Now you can slowly start bringing that power back. Nice.
Not bad.
We'll just hold that nose wheel off.
Joining the left
Nice.
downwind 423, full
And we'll take our first taxiway. Remember that taxi inputs. Nice. That was good. I really didn't help out too much with that landing. That was mostly you, to be honest. That's pretty good. You can go down and clear.
I'm just waiting for my tail there. Prepare for traffic Zulu at Foxtrot's down and clear of all active runways. Post landing, car P off. Flaps were already contracted. Stand by on the transponder, unnecessary lights off.
Brantford traffic, Mike uniform. Romeo.
Run the downtime and mixture lane is required.
But this way a little bit more. There.
Brantford traffic.
Nice. Now you can run to the post, or the shutdown checklist.
And Brantford traffic, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey taking position on 2-3 for a westbound.
Nothing. Radio's off. Transponder off. Line make check. Alright. You're fully in. Just like that, we are. Goes off. We're off.
Or the hobs. Then we'll get everything else.
Yep. Alright.
Installed.
Alright, thank you so much for watching my first ever flight video. I hope to do so much more of these in 2020. It's honestly going to be an exciting decade for this channel. So if you're excited too, hit that like button, it helps out with the algorithm, and even consider subscribing and turning on that bell for notifications so that you know when I post new videos. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Stay classy.